You are underestimating yourself. That is what I'm hearing lately. You are underestimating yourself. And this can be in more ways than one. It can be in terms of how you perceive yourself outside, your appearance, your looks. You're more beautiful than you think you are. It might be in terms of your talents, your abilities. You're more talented, you're more capable than you see, than you feel. It might be in terms of your achievements, what you have done up till now. You might think it's something small, but in reality it's something huge. What you have achieved up until now, up until this point, is huge. It might be in terms of your being, your kindness, your intelligence. You're smarter than you think you are. You're so much kinder than you think you are. The essence of your being is so much more powerful than you understand. And it can be difficult to not underestimate ourselves. Maybe you were taught to play small. Maybe you were taught that you were not worthy enough. Maybe you never felt that you were seen. Maybe you never experienced your parents paying attention to what you were doing. They never curiously and interested asked you, what are you doing there? What are you drawing? Or what are you going to do today? Or what have you been doing today? They never asked you about how you were or what you were working on, what you were creating. They never asked you how you were. Or maybe if they did, it was rare. Or maybe it was to make fun of you or punish you or tell you to work harder, do it better. It was never enough. So no wonder you underestimate yourself. No wonder you don't feel good enough if you've constantly been told that you're not good enough and you've constantly been pushed to do more and be more, achieve more. It was never enough. It makes me think of these parents that are so occupied with whether or not their children get, top characters in school. And if the child gets just, 1 point lower than max, they're like so disappointed. That if it's not perfection, then it's not good enough. But your imperfection is what is so powerful. That you're you. And imperfection is always going to be there. Just because we're not 100% everywhere and at everything we do, it doesn't mean that it's not amazing and powerful and important. I get this feeling that you're someone who's so kind and so powerful and so influential. You inspire so many people without even realizing it. And yet you see yourself as just scum, like the lowest of the low. Like you didn't even get any grade in school, like you just got, nothing. I got that feeling that you're someone who people have not really responded that much to, or maybe if they did respond to you, it was negative. You got negative attention. So either you've been ignored or had negative attention. And it makes sense that no matter what you do or say or achieve or feel, it's never good enough because you were never mirrored in everything that you are. In your beauty, in your kindness, in your intelligence, in the being that you are. But I just have to say this, and no matter if you believe me or not, that doesn't matter, but I just have to say it, that you're underestimating yourself. You are underestimating yourself. You're putting yourself at a lower bar than where you are. Objectively, you are someplace entirely different than you think you are. It's almost as if you think you are at the bottom of the steps and everyone else is far ahead at the top. but you don't realize that you are on the top. You don't realize how far you've come. You don't realize how many steps you've taken. I wish you could see it. I wish you would, could see it objectively and see how many steps that you've crawled, walked, run up, and how you can look down now upon all those steps, and the first step is so far away from you that you can't even see it. That's how far you've come. Any other person in your shoes would not have gotten any further than you. You've gotten the furthest you can when you take into consideration how many obstacles there have been on your way, how many fights you've had to fight, how many things you've had to overcome, how much pain you've had to go through. It's almost as if you've been fighting for all this time and you feel like you're still fighting, and therefore you can't really be that far on those steps, right? Because you've been fighting so much and are still fighting so much, you think that means that you're so low on the steps. But it's actually the opposite. It's almost as if you have been fighting more than people do an entire lifetime. And I think you don't even understand how significant that is. I feel like you don't even understand the power you hold, the value you have, the impact you have in this world. I feel like you don't even understand it. I wish you could see it from the outside. I wish you could see how powerful you are. That you being in this world is actually making a difference. Everything that you've overcome, everything that you've gone through, and the fact that you're just here right now, you're making such a difference in the world. Even if you're not doing anything, even if you feel like you're not achieving anything right now, you're just kind of standing still or feeling lost, your being is constantly impacting the world around you, people around you, even people that you walk past on the street. People that are in the presence of you, they feel it. They feel how beautiful a being you are, how beautiful a person you are, how powerful and kind you are, how non-judging you are towards others. They feel that peace that you might even not feel. That is what is so strange. You might feel that you're constantly fighting and that peace is long gone. But your being always remains through every fight that you've been through. So even when you feel there's no peace left, other people, they don't see your fight. They don't see your struggles. They don't see that you've at times feel like the worst of the worst. They feel your being. They feel your essence. They feel your soul. They feel that clarity that is in your eyes. That is why you might experience people opening up to you, or people looking at you in a strange way, or just looking at you out of nowhere, almost trying to figure you out, like, who is that person? Because you're hard to figure out because you contain so many contrasts. How can someone be so soft and so kind and so warm, but at the same time be fighting so many wars within? That is so hard to understand, but I think that is also why people are drawn to you. You're a puzzle, you are a mystery, and you have so much power. And I wish that you would start to understand it and see it, because I think that would bring you to a magical place where you actually start to live from that truth, that objective truth that you are an amazing, beautiful person, and you have so much life ahead of you, and so many opportunities and experiences, and so many people that you're gonna meet and connect to and inspire. I hope you start to realize that you are underestimating yourself. You are underestimating yourself.